Mrs. Sarian, welcome to our interview and your interview session.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to your interview session.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. Uh, I want to begin with giving you a little bit of a background about Glendale Association of REALTORS, and then end up with some ground rules, and then we'll start the question and answer session. Our association has been around for about 106 years.
Huh?
So we started in 1920 with about 70 or so members. Today, our membership is at 1,500,
Wow.
1,200 of which are and continue being registered electorate or registered realtors in city of Glendale. And that
Mhm.
matters. This is why this conversation matters. It matters because with the reach, with our network, with our families and so forth, we touch thousands of qualified voters in city of Glendale. But we're not only known being involved politically with the city, we're also
Mhm.
known for our for our charitable engagement and contribution to civic organizations. Right. For the past couple of decades, we've raised somewhere between anywhere between 1 million to 1.5 million and dispersed it amongst our organizations such as Salvation Army and so forth, and helped and contributed to the community, and especially those that would appreciate that kind of a contribution. So now, with the ground rules, each candidate has had 2 minutes for an opening statement and 2 minutes for their closing remarks. We will start with your opening statement. You will have 2 minutes, and then that will be followed by introducing you to our members that will be asking you the questions. So please go ahead.
Well, I want to start with thanking you for inviting me to take part in this interview process. And a little bit of my background. I have a bachelor's in design and fashion, and then I went on to do master's in organizational leadership and educational part. Then I did master's in business administration, MBA. In my work experiences, I had vast experiences from design work to teaching. I've been teaching for 15 years. Um, I was a professor at Otis College of Art and Design for many, many years. And on a business aspect, I've built businesses. I sold a couple of them, and different scales. I've been involved with different scale of businesses. And on top of it, I'm your colleague. I'm a realtor as well. I'm registered with Berkshire Hathaway. Unfortunately, not with Glendale, but with Burbank. So that's the um, only difference between us. But yeah, I love what you represent, and I want to be as supportive as I can because I know challenges that facing realtors. A lot of platforms are moving to online, and it's presenting it challenges. So the reason I'm running is because I've been a long time Glendale resident, and I care about my city, and I feel this is my time to give back. I feel I have well-rounded experiences and education to take this role. We raised a lot of, we did a lot of fundraisings, and we have enough cash to support our campaign. So far, we did really well in having um, a lot of like name recognition in the city and lots of support from residents. So we feel my campaign members were leading in this elections, and we're continuing going strong, and I would appreciate to have your support as well, and I would like to know how I can be helpful for your organization going forward.
Thank you so very much. So your first question will come from our president, current president, Joe Garpetian. Joe, please go ahead.
Evelina, good morning. Good to see you.
Hi, Drew.
My
Hi, I
my
know Drew,
question,
right? I
yes,
know you.
yes. Good morning. My question is in regards to revenue measures to address Glendale's projected structural budget deficit. Some have proposed placing various revenue measures before voters. Would you be in support of any of the following measures? Parcel tax, real estate transfer tax, sales tax increase, or a vacancy tax on residential or commercial properties?
I mean, personally, I'm against adding more taxes to residents. I've heard from firefighters that they're proposing to add sales tax, and they were asking me to support them in that because they're like it really would help us. I would like to look for other revenue streams to get our budget balanced versus and tax measures would be last resort. I'm not in favor adding more taxes. I don't know if it answers your question. Yes.
Thank
That
you.
answers it perfectly. Thank you.
Thank you. And so your next question would be from our former president and current LGLR chair, Eddie Minassian.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So my question to you is regarding council district elections. Do you support or oppose transitioning Glendale from at-large elections to district-based council elections, and why? If you support districts, how many should Glendale have, and what criteria should guide the map? If you oppose districts, how would you address the city's CVRA exposures and potential litigation costs? Thank you.
Well, I mean, we had that question in a recent debate, and one of it was unexpected reason why council members are pushing for it, and I didn't expect that was the reason. So Councilman Broadman said, I just don't have time or energy to go and speak with every member of the community. I rather have my own district than just talk with my district. And my natural reaction was like, if you don't have energy for it, why are you running again? Let us run, and we have a lot of energy, and we'll take your space, right? So I don't think lack of energy on a personal level is a reason to district our city. I think it can be, there is a debate about it. It can have good or bad repercussions. It's just we're a mid-sized city, so usually those are reserved for larger cities districting. So it might not be so beneficial for us. And again, I think my idea about being a councilwoman is to have a two-way dialogue. It's not a dictatorship. I want to hear what public says about it. So I would love to hear from people what they think about it. In my opinion, it's not beneficial.
Very good. Thank you so very much. And your next question will be posed by our board member, Pam Adami. Pam?
Yes. Good morning, Evelina.
Good morning.
This question has to do with housing types and development. In general, which types of housing development do you believe Glendale should prioritize, large apartment buildings, mid-scale, multifamily developments, approximately 8 to 16 units, ownership housing such as single-family homes, condominiums, and townhomes, or a balanced mix depending on the location?
I think what you said, depending on the location, is crucial. It might be, our city might be able to house all of it, but I think what with builder's remedy going on in our city, I don't agree with that. It's just like that we're mandated to build this multi-unit high rises. I don't think that fits our city. I do feel there is a urgent need for townhouses and kind of starter homes for younger families. I think in a market we're missing that. I think that's important because we have smaller apartments that are for single people or couples, and then we have houses. But again, it's not enough. So I think addressing family needs first would be very important. And also, I don't know if the question is coming up. I just want to mention it. If it's not coming up, I want to mention that I'm a big proponent of a mixed use, converting existing buildings and properties to mixed use, because I've seen how it worked in downtown LA. I had my businesses there, and there was nothing bad coming out of it. It was very positive, and we repurposed old buildings, and they became alive again. We have so many high rises on Brand. I'm here in one of them right now, and half of it is empty. So I don't see why we cannot repurpose. And after speaking with firefighters and police, they were proponents of that idea as well, because it's also service component to it. How are you going to service this newer buildings and structure? So when we have an existing building, it's already calculated how it's going to have parking, and how firefighter is going to service it, how police is going to service it. So it's already embedded in the structure of the city. But when you're building those like low budget high rises, it just kind of like disrupts the fabric of our city.
Very good, thank you. So your next question will come from our Local Government Relations Committee, LGLR, Kathy Lefkowitz. Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello, I have a question for you today concerning the bike lane policy.
Yeah.
Do you support or oppose removing vehicle lanes to create bike-only lanes in Glendale? And if you support lane reductions, what evidence do you have that voters agree with that? And if you oppose lane reductions, what alternative mobility or safety improvements do you propose?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you personal reason why I'm not a big advocate for bike lanes. My flower shop, I have a business on Brand on North Park, close to Trader Joe's. After putting bike lanes, businesses stop, and we have like 5-6 shops next to me as well. So for all those months, basically, we didn't have any business, and I didn't see any bikers either. So I don't know who they were built for. And then accidents increased. I saw a couple of accidents in front of my eyes. So I don't think it was beneficial for where it was made. Maybe in other parts of the city, like I live close to La Crescenta area, and it's very quiet, and it's large streets, some of them. Maybe there is a point to do it there, but in a right way. I'm not a biker, but I spoke with professional bikers, and they told me when you put 2 bikers next to each other, it's actually a hazard. They cannot ride together. It should be one after another. So even the way it was done, it was not calculated correctly. So I don't know who's behind it really. And I don't know why they're pressuring city to do it, because firefighters are against it, police is against it, regular small business owners are against it. And even on Montrose, they're proposing to have it. Actually, I think they're building it. And business owners talked to me, and they were like, we really don't want this to happen. So I don't think people are for it. I think some people are, but it's not enough to make it in the major streets, to be built in the major streets. Yeah. I think that's my position. I think there is a place for it, but not how it was done. Let me put it this way.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Mrs. Sarian, your next question will be from our president-elect and current board member, Susan Bruselian. Susan?
Good morning, Evelina. Hi, thank you for joining us today. My question is about the publicly owned parking lots. Do you support or oppose developing publicly owned parking lots, such as in the Montrose area and the Civic Center, into mixed-use housing? If you support the idea, how will you address parking displacement and protect the small businesses from their businesses diminishing?
Yeah, that's a serious concern, because we don't have enough parking in the city, and we have a huge amount of traffic. So I don't know what's the plan, how they're going to house all those, where people are going to park, and how business is going to survive. So I think, again, it's one of those not well thought out ideas. Again, I spoke with Montrose shop owners. They were adamantly against it. And in my opinion, you have to listen to public, what public wants, and because I'm running for the job to serve the public, and if they're against it, then I'm kind of imposing my idea, saying, no, you have to put mixed-use buildings, and people absolutely hate the idea. Then it's looking more like a dictatorship. It doesn't look like democracy to me. So I think it would be good if, with such measures, to actually ask people and hear what they're thinking, and go from there, because they're going to have the impact on a daily basis. So far, I didn't feel people want it to happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so your next question will come from our current board member and former president, Carmen Aro.
Hi, Evelina. How are you?
Hi, Carmen.
All right. So my question has to do with rent registry, subject near and dear to our hearts. And what we'd like to hear from you is regarding your support or being in opposition of a mandatory rent registry in Glendale. If you support this measure, what specific data should be collected and how should sensitive information be protected? If you oppose it, what alternative data source should the city rely upon in order to have the important information regarding rental market analysis?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with rental. Can you expand on it a little bit more?
Rental, yeah. The subject of rental registry came about in the city of Glendale, and it was voted down. Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. However, there seems to be some insistence by part of some individuals on this issue. And what it is that the rental housing owners are going to be mandated to register their rental units with the city of Glendale. They have to provide all sorts of very private information, which includes the names of their renters. What was the initial rent amount? When did they rent it? What was the deposit amount? And information, of course, sensitive information and private information from the property owners as well. So basically, they're asking for things that are publicly available. That information can be publicly achieved. However, this is another way of imposing additional pressure and unnecessary time being wasted on the parts of homeowners to provide this data to the city. To do what with? We don't know. They just want to find out this way how many rental units are out there that are vacant, basically, that are not being rented. But there are ways to find that out. As an organization, we can provide a lot of that data gladly to the
that's
city.
what I was going to ask. Yeah,
So that's what it is all about. In our opinion, it's not necessary, but here we have it. So what are your thoughts on that?
From how it sounds, I think it's it's I don't feel it's necessary. Let me, without going into too much, I don't think it's necessary to find out the number of units that are available for rent in the city, to go through all that process. As you said, those that information can be easily available to people. I mean, there can be other ways. Like if you're a rental unit owner, you can report, I have 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. It doesn't have to go through all that extensive process of disclosing sensitive data. I think it sounds very strange why they would demand all that private information to be disclosed. And it doesn't sound good, but I have to, again, I'm not very familiar with that issue. I have to look into it. On a surface level, that does not sound something that I would support.
And there's a financial component associated with that also, that the rental unit owners have to pay a fee. So there's that on top of everything, just so you know.
And they're struggling. From what I'm hearing, there's a lot of pressure on rental unit owners as well. So I think My platform is about helping small business owners, and that's kind of going against it. Instead of lessening red tape, it's adding more red tape to it. So probably I'm not going to be supporting that.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Before I invite you, and by the way, you've made great time. You've been generous with your thoughts, but frugal with your time, and we appreciate that. And but before going on your closing remarks, just want to add that there is only 16 cities in the entire county out of the 90 plus cities that have rent registry. All of those are rent controlled cities. So this is the precursor to rent control. At any rate, you have, the way I look at the time, you have at least 3 minutes, 4 minutes to give us your remarks or anything else that you'd like to chat about, and we'll be happy to listen. Please go ahead.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll open up to additional questions if you have like more free-flowing questions coming out of what I just said. I can respond to those if anybody's interested, and then I'll do the closing. Anybody?
Well, actually, we're pretty structured, so this is the time for you to share
what
you think we should know.
Well, I want to talk about my platform because in the beginning I kind of like didn't go into too much detail. So number one is going to be safety of our city, which means against burglaries, traffic issues. That would be number one issue. Number two, it's supporting small businesses, mom and pop shops, solopreneurs, which a lot of realtors, I consider them solopreneurs. They work independently. So protecting and lessening red tape in our city for construction, for businesses. And then third one would be making it a family-friendly place. Family values should be emphasized because we are a family-oriented city. And those are my main points on my campaign. And what I'm advocating for is ethical values and transparency between government and the city constituents, because again, it's a service job. You're serving people. That's why I'm asking. I'm like, I want to serve. Elect me for this position, and not to be a dictator and not sit in ivory tower and just kind of look down, but work with people, listen, and understand the concerns. In one of the recent forums, they were asking, they're like, how is your design education going to help us? And I explained that in business, there is a line of thinking that Apple is using and some other companies. It's called design thinking, which means first identifying the problem by talking with users, right? Or clients, you can call, or in this case, it's going to be constituents, and identifying those issues and then offering several solutions and finding the most feasible and most easily implementable, and that's going to be benefiting most people, and then implementing that in the best way. So that's what design thinking is, and it's used widely in the business world, in a startup community especially, a lot. So I think I bring a lot to the table, and I'm asking for your support as your colleague and somebody who's ready to listen to your concerns and take it into consideration and actually be guided by those, not dictating from my point of view, but working to make the city a better place for our residents.
Very good, Mrs. Sarian. We appreciate you taking time with us, and we've enjoyed hearing to your positions and your background and so forth. With that, we will bid you farewell and wish you best of luck on the campaign trail, and we will say goodbye to you for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and I enjoyed our meeting.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.